Hey guys, it's Victoria. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have a requested video. I'm going to be talking about all things e-files, the functions of an e-file, the different drill bits, and how to file your nails after the application process. We're talking about all of it, so I'm going to go ahead and get right into it. First, I want to start off by saying e-filing is not necessary. E-file just stands for electric file. When you're doing polygel nails, you can absolutely use a hand file. E-filing does make the process easier, but I just want to let you guys know that it's not necessary. I actually do have a video where I show you how to use one of these to file your nails. I give you very detailed instructions on how to move the file, kind of the steps you need to take when you're filing without an e-files. So if you're interested in that, go check that video out. But since this video is about e-files, I'm gonna go ahead and show you mine. I got this from Amazon and it's from the brand Bell. And I'm going to use this to kind of show you the main functions you should be looking for and you should know about when you are using an e-file. First, I want to say that not all drills have to come with a base like this. Some just come with the handpiece and a plug to go into the wall, and it has controls along the wire. Either or, it's fine, but you do want to make sure it has certain abilities. One thing that's really helpful is for it to have speed control. There are some drills that come with only one speed, but having speed control makes it so that you can choose how fast you want your speed going. Like if you're working on the natural nail, you might want a super low speed, and if you're trying to remove, you might want a really high speed. So getting something that has speed control is helpful. It's also really helpful when you have forward and reverse. That just means the direction that your drill bit is going in. So if you're using your right hand, one of these might feel better for you, and if you're using the left hand, the other might feel better. So it's nice to have that option to go back and forth. Those are the two main functions that you should be looking for when you get a drill. And also, I would definitely recommend getting a drill that has at least 20,000 RPMs. If you can, go for 30 or 35, but 20 will do. RPM stands for rotations per minute or revolutions per minute. That is just how fast it's going. So I'll actually show you. Right here, my drill is at a 2. That means it's at 2,000 RPMs, and that is the slowest speed that it comes in. And the higher you go, the faster it goes. So now it's at 6,000 RPMs, 13,000, 19,000, and so on. When it comes to the actual handpiece and putting in drill bits, there's two ways that a handpiece will take a drill bit. So this one right here has an unlock and lock feature where you can twist it right here and it unlocks. You pull it out and you can switch it out if you want to. And to put it in, you would just put it in and lock it. Where other drills take in drill bits by friction. So some drills, it will just kind of have a really snug fit and you push it in as far as the drill can take it, and because the shaft has a specific size and fit to it, it'll hold in that drill bit without having to be locked. If your handpiece doesn't have an unlock and lock, it most likely is a friction fit. That is pretty much the main functions of an e-file. I'm gonna go ahead and start talking about drill bits. There are three main things that make up a drill bit and kind of tell you what that bit is meant to do. The first thing is the material that a bit is made out of. The second thing is the grit of a bit, and the third thing is the shape. So I'm gonna go ahead and start off with material. When you get a drill, they typically don't come empty-handed. You will usually get some variation of diamond dust drill bits. These are the most standard drill bits. I would not consider these advanced at all. These are mostly meant for the natural nail and prepping and buffing. So with the diamond dust drill bit, it is made out of diamond dust. This is what it looks like up close, and it's really just made of diamond dust. Now, these are extremely gentle. That is why it's okay to use them on the natural nail and very difficult to use them on any nail extension product like polygel, acrylic, or hard gel. They're actually too gentle for those types of products. Like I said, these are more so for the natural nail. One thing that I will use on top of a nail extension product is this needle bit right here. This would be great for going around the cuticle for kind of not removing too much product, but just making it look a little bit more polished. And a round moon bit like this would be great for around the cuticle. If you're not comfortable using cuticle nippers, something like this could go right on the skin. It's super gentle and it will kind of do the manicure for you. But honestly, those are the only two bits that I use out of like a standard drill bit, something round and something pointy. Another standard drill bit that you will get is a mandrel. A mandrel is meant for sanding bands. So sanding bands just kind of slide on there. You use it and then you can easily replace it with a new one. So sanding bands are kind of the same material as a file, so these are great for prepping the nail. And I also like to use this to buff up the nail extension product after I file it, because it kind of helps to get the scratches out. The type of material that is made for nail extension products typically has teeth to it, so I'm actually going to show you. Here I have 3 drill bits. Even though they're all made out of different materials, something they have in common is that they all have teeth. This one looks a bit dirty, but I promise it's not. It's just kind of like the coloring coming off. But as you can see, when it's nice and close, this is pretty smooth in comparison to this that has a raised surface. That raised surface is called the teeth of the drill. The teeth is what makes it strong enough to cut through nail extension product, and what makes it not very safe to use on your natural nail, because it will cut through your natural nail very quickly and damage it. Let's go ahead and get into the actual material that these 3 are made of. This right here is a tungsten carbide drill bit. This right here is a ceramic drill bit. And this right here is just a plain carbide bit. If I had to rank all 3 of these, it would go, this is the worst, second best, and first best. This was the first type of drill bit that I bought that had teeth in it, and I had a really difficult time using it. I found that it wasn't strong enough to cut through any product, and I found that the teeth got dull pretty quickly, whereas with these 2 I didn't have that problem. It was able to cut through product really quickly, and to this day these drill bits have not dulled out, not that I can notice. So with the ceramic drill bit, they are typically white. It's made of wear resistant material so that the teeth don't dull. Another function of it is that it's not supposed to get hot on the nail. Because these move so fast in a handpiece, you have to constantly keep drill bits moving, because if you lay them in one spot, it will create friction, which will create heat, which will hurt really bad. It'll kind of feel like a burn. It still will happen if you just hold it in one spot for a while. It's meant to kind of avoid that as much as possible. I know they don't work for everyone, but they personally work for me, and I think they're great. When it comes to a carbide bit, it is also made of wear resistant material, but it does not have that non-heating factor. But I find that these are a little bit stronger than the ceramic bits. They work really well. They don't dull out, and they cut through product with ease. It almost feels like butter as you're cutting through some of the unnecessary layers of the polygel. I can say that I've really been enjoying carbide bits a lot more than ceramic bits lately, but ceramic bits are still great, and I still feel the same way I feel about the tungsten drill bits. So now that we've talked about materials, I want to talk about grit. So grit is how coarse your drill bit is. So when you're talking about drill bits that have teeth, you're talking about how coarse are the teeth. So here I have 3 more drill bits. As you can see, they all have these little rubber colors on them. That's because the colors correspond with how gritty it is. So red almost always corresponds with fine grit. Blue corresponds with medium grit. And with green, it corresponds with coarse. So out of the 3, this has the roughest and most textured teeth. These are the main 3 that you will kind of work with. They do have other colors, like I know yellow is extra fine, and then I know that there's extra coarse, extra coarse, extra coarse. So, but these are the main 3: fine, medium, and coarse. The last thing I want to talk about is the shape of a drill bit, because that is also really important. Certain shapes are meant for certain jobs. So here I have 4 ceramic drill bits, but just don't mind the material or the grit of these. We're just talking about the shape of these drill bits. The first one I want to talk about is a barrel drill bit. So this is a drill bit that has straight lines and is round. This has a very sharp edge, and you have to be really careful with this. It's probably my least favorite because of how easy it is to cut yourself, but the thing I do love about this shape is how straight the sides are. So that actually takes me into my next drill bit, which is the safety drill bit. It's pretty much the same barrel drill bit we just talked about, but without the really sharp edge. This has a rounded edge to it. I don't know if you guys can tell where the teeth are and then where it becomes smooth at the top, but because it's smooth, it makes it so that you're not hurting yourself. It's really great for going around the cuticle because of the rounded edge, and it's really great for going all the way across the nail to file it. I definitely recommend something like this as a starter bit. It's awesome because it takes everything great about a barrel bit and just makes it safer. The next is a cone drill bit. So this tapers at the top and it becomes a lot smaller. This also has a sharp edge, but it's not quite as sharp. It's really those barrel bits that you really have to be careful with. You have to be careful with these too, but it's not as intense. So something like this would be really great for going around the cuticle because of how small it gets and getting in really tight spaces. Maybe if you have a flooded cuticle, this would be really great for going in there and thinning out and getting rid of any excess product that would make your nail lift. And it also has straight edges. Even though they taper in, they're still straight, so it's also great for just going around the nail. And this right here is a cylinder drill bit. This is really nice because it's kind of like the cone drill bit, but it's rounded and it comes to a rounded point. This is great for reaching really tiny areas and also doing surface filing. Now that we've talked about the material, the grit, and the shape, I want to recommend a drill bit to you guys. So my favorite drill bit is a 5-in-1 drill bit. So I'm gonna go ahead and explain what this is. 5-in-1 just means that it does 5 jobs in one bit. So the first job it claims to do is to go around the cuticle and clean it up nicely. It's able to do that because of the slender tip. It also says you can use this to prepare your natural nails. I personally don't do that because I'd rather use a hand file or a sanding band. You can shape your nail up. I have an old nail right here, so I'm just gonna kind of demonstrate on that. You can kind of go along the sides like this and shape it up. You can also cut it if it's too long. You could kind of hit it right here at the side. It'll cut through the product as it's on. So after you're all done the application process, you can use this to file the surface of it, make it nice and smooth. You can also clean under the nail. So if you had a really messy underside, you could kind of place it in the back and you could clean up the shape in the back. So those are the 5 things that it claims to do. But another great thing about this is that it has 2-way rotation. So some drill bits with teeth only have teeth kind of going in one direction, so it makes it difficult when you have to change the direction of it from forward or backwards. Whereas this, you can put it in the forward direction, backward direction, it doesn't matter. The teeth will go and cut through any direction that you put it in. Even though it's a cone drill bit and it comes to a taper and it has a straight edge, it's not a sharp edge. It's typically kind of rounded up here, so it's really hard to hurt yourself. If I had to recommend a drill bit for you, it would definitely be a fine or medium 5-in-1 ceramic drill bit. I got this one from Kiara Sky. It's my favorite. It's definitely worth the $15, I think, because it does it all. So that is all that I have for the functions of a drill and the different drill bits. I hope that portion of the video was helpful. I'm going to be moving on to the application portion of my nails. I'm not going to be explaining what I'm doing, and I'm probably going to be skipping through quite a bit of it, but I do want you guys to be able to see how I achieve the look I'm going to do. But after I finish that, I'll come back on and kind of explain how I use an e-file on my nails to file them. I'm going to shape my nails with a hand file, but first I want to show you guys that you can fix up the shape of your nails with an e-file as well. A barrel bit, safety bit, anything that has a straight edge can be used to file the sides. I'm going to go ahead and place that in here. You can just place the straight edge along the side of your nail and ride it up to kind of clean up any excess bulk on the sides. This is a great way to get those sides really sharp and just straight if that's what you're into. And the same thing for the top. You can just kind of run it across the top until it is the length that you like. All right, so here's the shape that I'm working with. I'm gonna go ahead and shape up the rest of my nails and then be back on to show you how to file the surface of your nails with a drill. All right, so they are all reshaped. I'm gonna go ahead and get into filing. I'm gonna be using my medium ceramic safety drill bit. I'm going to divide it into kind of like 3 steps. I have my drill on about an 8, which is a pretty low medium speed. What I usually do is first go around the cuticle. In this case, having something where the top is rounded is really going to help you get close to the cuticle without hurting yourself. So I like to go around it just to thin it out a little bit and make sure that nothing is touching my skin. Getting rid of any flooded product, it kind of helps to seal in the cuticle to make sure that you don't get any lifting. Step 2, I like to use up and down motions. This helps me debulk the nail pretty quickly, get through any unnecessary product and any bumpiness. And then I will also flip my hand sometimes just to get the tip a little bit better. The last step is to use side to side motions on the entire nail. This helps to kind of smooth out any unevenness that the up and down motions left, and that is how I do it. It's really easy and it works every single time to just smooth and perfect the nail. For me, those 3 steps make filing so much easier, more efficient, and faster. I hope that was helpful. I'm gonna go ahead and finish up these. I really just have to design and top coat them, so I'm gonna let you watch me do that. There was also something I wanted to mention to you guys, so I will do that as I am finishing up these nails. Okay, so you know I throw rhinestones in just about every set I possibly can, so I'm gonna be using my Model 1's nail art glue with my nail art glue brush and topping it off with some top coat. By the time this video is uploaded to my channel, I am either super close to 1,000 subscribers or I've already hit it. And so I want to say thank you to everyone who has subscribed and anyone who has commented and liked or just supported my channel. It makes me so happy to see that my channel is growing. To celebrate 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to be posting 5 videos in a row starting Monday. You guys are getting a video every day until Friday. I figured that was the perfect response to a huge milestone like this. So make sure you're on the lookout for those videos. That last video I post on Friday, I will be doing a Q&A video as I do my nails. So from March 19th to March 21st, I'm going to be posting a question prompt up on my Instagram, so make sure you follow me on there so that you guys can ask me any questions you have. You can also leave a comment on this video below. So like I said, make sure you're on the lookout for those 5 videos and also for that question prompt. Alright, here's what they're looking like uncured, and with my crusty cuticles, I'm going to cure this, put some cuticle oil on, and then model these for you guys. Ooh, these are looking so pretty. I think they look awesome. Of course, they look the best when the butterflies are together like this. That's how I kind of measured them up to fit. But I think that this is so cute. I hope this video was helpful for anyone who's getting into e-filing. And that is all that I have for you guys today in this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.